live. We're in person again. It's just a coincidence that we're all wearing the same thing. We definitely didn't stop recording the last episode and then start recording this one.
Crazy coincidence.
I don't do laundry.
It's all about the content. You know how we do.
That's right.
Here with the fellas, Goni, Beggs.
What's up, boys?
Gentlemen?
My favorite episodes. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not trying to sound corny or anything, but, like, we've made this podcast to help people.
Yeah. I mean, it's what it's about.
We're not a charity case. We're not helping, important causes. Like, we're not helping world hunger or anything.
They're still important, Mad Mob.
They're extremely important because my pride means a lot, and I put a lot of pride on the line when it comes to fantasy football.
I care more about fantasy football than I do world hunger.
This guy.
I don't want to speak for everybody, but
World hunger ain't an issue in this household.
If you win enough fantasy leagues, you can pay for world hunger.
hey, fair and touche.
That's true. Okay, yeah, my favorite episodes, Q&A. These are blowing up. I have a good time with them. I like to see where your all's heads are at as far as what kind of trades you're doing. We have some spicy ones here. We got a Reddit guy.
Yeah, man, we do. We got K Miggs, who is a dude. He's a dude. He's a friend of the podcast.
Good man.
Okay. Well,
Bad
then
mob.
I feel bad because you were kind of prefacing us. You were kind of like briefing us on the book of a question that he sent.
He did.
And,
he did. It was a novel.
I saw his roster and what his roster went from, and then he traded and made his roster something else, and then I'm like, K Miggs, we appreciate your support, dude. We really, really do. Your team sucks, dude.
Oh no! Wow. It's a little harsh. I mean, he's the middle of the pack, right?
Hey, we're all grown men here, and if you're in fantasy football league with a bunch of your boys, you got some thick skin.
You got some
That's
thick
why
skin.
the fantasy football community is like one of my favorite communities because we all got thick skins. It's like fantasy football for me. I don't know if you ever played. I know Beggs has played. Me and Beggs have played on a few teams together. It's like right around the adult slow pitch softball type of area where you're just drinking in the dugout,
Beer
just
leagues,
talking trash.
Absolutely,
That's
bro.
where fantasy football is with me, and that's why I love it so much. Because I can tell K Miggs, hey, your team's trash, and he's probably just laughing at me right now.
Yeah, dude. That's a good analogy, bro. I mean, add like 20 pounds, a little more bitterness, a little more kids and noise in your life, and just that bitterness just spills over the fantasy football. Am I right?
Essentially, we're in the age between like where we're not really bitter about everything because we're young, but we're not at get off my lawn.
Yeah, dude.
We're
Not there yet.
not there yet.
No.
Sorry if you are K Miggs, I'll get off your lawn, but
Let's talk about K Miggs real quick.
I'm gonna kick your gnomes over before I leave. 'Cause your team's bad. Yeah, let's talk about K Miggs.
Let's talk about K Miggs, just so for everybody else can understand. He made a trade. To my understanding, it is a super flex tight end premium league.
So
It's a mouthful, and somebody just has a hard time
quarterbacks are in the
mathing.
flex.
Quarterbacks are in the flex. Tight ends catches are worth 1.5.
Okay.
Tight end premium. He made a trade, which was he gave up Danny Dimes, Tyreek, and T.J. Hawkinson. He got Trey Lance, Noah Fant, and Nico Collins. That's one trade. His second trade.
Do we want to take this one at a time?
Yeah, say one at a time. So Wayne, go ahead. You were tittering.
No. I was going to talk, but Goni whipped his mic up to his mouth so
There was
fast.
a sharp inhale
Man,
that I hope the mic picked
Dude,
up.
I'm letting him go first because he almost knocked his teeth out with his mic. He was-
Almost.
Let's hear it. He likes Trey Lance, by the way.
I like Trey Lance, but he's losing everywhere else, boys. Danny Dimes, I don't mind sending Danny Dimes away. I don't like him. I think that he may not even have a job next year with the Giants. Probably
Or
lose his
anywhere.
starting gig. Yeah, or anywhere. He'll probably be relegated to the bench.
Yep.
Yeah.
And, I mean, you're getting Nico Collins and Noah Fant, who really both aren't very, relevant to me. Neither of them. Noah Fant he's had, some success with Drew Lock in Denver. They're both on their way to Seattle.
Right.
Better team, though.
What's that?
Denver was a better team.
They were a better team, but Drew
And the Seahawks are now.
Drew Lock favored him. Regardless, they have that connection or whatever, but it's a tight end premium. I think it's a downgrade from Hawkinson, when he's healthy, gets 8 to 10 targets a game.
That's what really confused me is Nico Collins is going to be on this dude's bench.
He's got to be on the.
Nico Collins is never going to see the light of day. That was just kind of a throwaway person in there that you got nothing for. Going from Hawkinson to Fant and a tight end premium, I'm just really why?
Why Tyreek? Why did Tyreek have to be in
And
there?
why is Tyreek? I understand that you are. We were all in agreement that you are coming out ahead. Obviously, going from Daniel Jones to
Trey Lance.
Definitely. But what you're losing going from Tyreek to whoever else you're throwing in instead of Tyreek, I think it was Brandon Ayuk is where Russell Gage is.
Those are on his roster.
So if you take out Brandon Ayuk and put Tyreek in, and then you take out Noah Fant was on his bench too, wasn't it?
Noah Fant's on his bench. He started Dawson Knox.
So there was literally no point for Noah Fant or Nico. So you essentially traded Hawk, Tyreek for Hawk and Tyreek to improve from Daniel Jones to
Trey Lance.
It's an overpay. Sounds like a major overpay.
It's an overpay.
Vast overpay. I'm sorry. Man, you're a friend of the podcast, K-Mix. Hit us up before hitting that accept button. But you might be a seasoned vet in fantasy, and we obviously all are too. We have like 40 years combined fantasy experience between us. I would have loved to give you our opinion before you accepted that. Because I think that is
it's an overpay.
Sounds like you got fleeced.
It's bad. Let's just say it's a bad trade.
It's an overpay. Trey Lance is good. That's a good piece, but you got to go Tyreek, bro.
And that was it.
You could have given up Ayuk instead of Tyreek, right? I mean, that's still a positive trade for the other player.
I think he could have done. I think going from T.J. Hawkinson to Dawson Knox, who's now in the starting lineup, I think he could have done T.J. Hawkinson and Daniel Jones for Trey Lance, and that would have been fine.
In a tight end premium league, sure.
Yeah,
I think that's
so
fair.
as well.
I think Tyreek served no purpose in that trade whatsoever. He must, and there are a lot of people. So I don't want to dog you out too much. I feel like we already have, but there's a lot of people that are undervaluing Tyreek, and you might just fall into that category. I'm not undervaluing him. I think Tua is going to be pretty solid this year. I feel like the Dolphins' offense gets better.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he just vastly undervalues Tyreek, and that's his opinion, but it's a bad opinion.
It's that, and also you don't know exactly what you're going to get out of Trey Lance, right? I mean, right now it's all speculation. You love the fact that they spent the draft capital on him, that he's in a good Shanahan offense, and that he's just going to come in and he's going to set the world on fire. But you haven't seen it out of him. You've seen it out of Tyreek Hill when Tyreek Hill's on the field, albeit with a different team. That's understandable. You might think it's a downgrade coming from Mahomes to Tua, which it is, but you're also taking a downgrade from T.J. Hawkinson in a tight end premium. So
that killed me.
It just seems like you're going more on the speculation of what Tua could be, and you faded Tyreek on what he has been.
It was just unnecessary to put Tyreek in that trade at all. If the dude wouldn't trade T.J. Hawkinson and Daniel Jones for Trey Lance straight up in a tight end premium league, then that dude was probably overvaluing Trey Lance, and he becomes a very hard guy to trade with, and that's okay. It's if you have people in your league that are just very impossible to trade with, just don't try. Don't trade with them.
So I'm gonna throw K-Migs a bone here and just give a counterpoint. Maybe he got rid of Hawkinson. Maybe he likes Dawson Knox better.
That's fine. That's fine. And I could definitely see his point there. But again, why are we throwing Tyreek in the trade?
Right. Again, I'm looking at his roster. I don't see any logical jumps to throw Tyreek in there. I just don't. He's got Ayuk, A.J. Brown, and Juju.
You needed Tyreek. K-Migs.
Yeah, that's rough.
Tyreek helps there.
All right. You needed Tyreek.
Let me go on to the second facet of this question.
I hope it's better, K-Mix, because a friend of the podcast, we want to be sunshine and rainbows.
We want the best for you.
Bear hugs.
We want to be sunshine and rainbows for you.
He flipped Dobbins in a 23 second. That is J.K. Dobbins in a 23 second for Nicholas Chubb, Russell Gage, and a 23 third. Now let me take this one because K-Migs is my guy, friend of the podcast. He's a dude. He's a fantasy dude. You lost this one, bro. You lost it. I'm on record as saying I'm fading Nick Chubb a little bit. I think, assuming this is a dynasty league, which it has to be, you gave up a lot of youth. Russell Gage loses Tom Brady after this year, right? I mean, he's a good player. I think we can all agree he's a good player. But he's going to have Kyle Trask, as of this moment, throwing him the ball next year.
Or Blaine Gabbert.
Do you see him starting Russell Gage? I mean, is there a world outside of this year where he starts Russell Gage?
Outside of this year, I don't think so. Because let's be honest, next year he's a WR3 without Tom Brady. Because Chris Godwin, and Mike Evans got their contracts.
Yeah.
Also, can you read his roster? I know we have the roster and we looked at it before. Just for the people listening, what exactly this man is dealing with?
Okay, he's got Josh Allen, he's got Nick Chubb, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's got Brandon Ayuk, A.J. Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster, Dawson Knox, Chase Edmonds, Russell Gage, and Trey Lance.
So, I think going back to the Dobbins trade for Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
to me that's a loss. Looking at his roster, just the roster construction, he's much closer to being in a rebuild than he is
Agreed.
in a contendership spot, right?
Yes.
So,
Yes.
with that being said, why go for a guy of Nick Chubb's age? I know he's going to produce more for you
He'll be good
this
this
year,
Yeah.
maybe next year as well.
Maybe.
It's just that Dobbins is like 23 years old. You're going to have him on your roster for longer, and you're not ready to compete for a championship with what you have right now.
In a vacuum, I like this trade, but we're not in a vacuum. The man gave us a lot of info on what's going on. He's in a dynasty. Nick Chubb will get you more points this year, but your roster makeup, the way it is, exactly what Goni said, just to piggyback off of him, you're not a contending team this year.
Yeah.
And he also, did he not say feel free to rip his team to shreds?
Oh, yeah. He encouraged the shreddage.
Check.
I feel like, don't you kind of feel like he's trying really hard to polish a turd here and try to contend with a team that may not have been.
I think that he's just a little too high on guys, and he overpaid for them.
Here's my hearing about his roster. You had, again, I'm baffled, and you might be sitting in your chair listening to this like, I had to. He didn't want it, and that's fine. You have a direct contact with Begley here, so any qualms that you have, please let us know for the podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
I just, if you're fading Tyreek that much for going to the Dolphins, why are you not fading A.J. Brown?
Yeah. We're not high on A.J.
Why would you not? If the dude that was trading Trey Lance needed another piece, why not A.J. Brown? I think you overpaid. I think Hawk and Daniel Jones was an even trade for Trey Lance.
Yeah.
I think anything more is an overpay, but why overpay with currently with your roster, your best receiver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you add Tyreek back to this roster, if you replace Nick Chubb with Dobbins, and if you take Russell Gage out of his flex, he's got guys like
Hawkinson as well. If he had Hawkinson on his team still.
Yeah, he could play Hawkinson and Knox same time. He could play.
Do you put Hawkins in the flex over Russell Gage?
In a tight end premium? Yes.
Probably. You'll pick your spots with Russell Gage because that division's not great. So you'll have some favorable matchups, but Hawkinson is going to get the volume.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Sorry, K-Migs, bro. We don't love it. Parting word here, Wayne or Gone, anything that he could do to improve his team besides reversing his trades? Besides time traveling and not trading?
You made your bed, man. You gave up a lot of your key guys in Tyreek and Hawkinson. The only thing, I mean, your studs at this point are Josh Allen.
Nick Chubb's a stud, right? I mean, he's a stud for this year.
Yeah, but it's a dynasty.
It's a dynasty, I know.
I think you made your bed, my man. I think you're going to have to maybe trade away CEH for, a first-round pick in 2023. Maybe trade A.J. Brown for a 2023 first-round pick. You're not a contender this year. I'm just going to – I hope, I hope I'm wrong. Just, I don't want to wish ill on your upcoming season. But if I had to put the mortgage on it,
500 team?
at best.
At best, I'd actually stand pat with what I have here. I do two things. I'd either stand pat with what I have. A.J. Brown is still a good young piece.
He's a good piece.
You want to grow with him. Josh Allen's also a good young piece. You're going to want to grow with him.
He's the best guy you got on your squad, Josh Allen.
And it's a super flex, so he has value. So the other thing that I was going to say is if you wanted to trade away Josh Allen for a lesser quarterback and maybe a couple more pieces that are young or some draft picks, I wouldn't hate that either, but you're in a rebuild, my man.
I'm on record saying I love this 2023. I trade away as many pieces as you can aside from Josh Allen and
AJ?
No, I'm fine trading AJ, man.
I don't like AJ either.
It's fine.
I just get as many of those first round. Lord,
Have a fantasy
Mad
yard
Mob,
sale.
We don't care about the second or third round. We don't care about the second or third round. Take as many pieces as you can on your roster and try and get first round. That's it. First round picks next year, solely next year, first round, and make this rebuild just. It feels like you're kind of toe tapping on a rebuild, competing out, dude. You just need to go dive head first into a rebuild, trade your pieces, keep Josh. I think he keeps Josh Allen. Keep Josh Allen, keep Traelin in the Superflex. You got two young.
Yeah, great foundation.
Two young guys. Obviously, in the Superflex, you want young, good quarterbacks. So I'd hang on to Josh Allen and Traelin.
See what Juju does this year. See what he does. He could be a nice piece.
He could, maybe.
See what he does.
It's
hold
possible.
on. He's a
how I feel,
hold.
you know how I feel about the second level in the Chiefs offense.
I know how you feel. It's gross.
Yeah, dude. I'd just try and get as many 2023 first rounders with the pieces that you got currently.
All right. K. Miggs, you have it, brother. Sorry, man.
But outside of that, man, K Miggs, we really appreciate you.
Appreciate support,
Thank you,
dude. Team
sir.
sucks. Appreciate support.
It's a startup podcast, man. So any one person, we really do appreciate your support, man.
Yeah, man.
Your
Absolutely.
team
Thanks, bro.
sucks. Rebuild.
We had a couple other questions. These ones are from Facebook. Alfonso Lovo says, I have an offer for Mike Evans. 2024 first. And either Kirk Cousins, DJ Chark, or Calvin Ridley. Which wide receiver would you choose? He's trying to get Mike Evans for a 24 first and one of those three receivers. Christian Kirk, DJ Chark, Calvin Ridley. Who would you choose and why?
I would choose.
It's for a rebuild, by the way.
Say the three one more time. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine.
He's going for Mike Evans.
Christian Kirk, DJ Chark, or Calvin
Chark.
Ridley. He's trying to
Chark.
pair one of those wide receivers with
Chark.
a 2024 first, and he's sending away Mike Evans.
It's Chark.
Oh, he's
It's Chark.
sending Mike Evans.
Yes, he's in a rebuild.
Oh, he's giving away Mike Evans.
He's giving away Mike Evans.
Oh.
Yes.
Why did he word that so weirdly? Was it just me?
No, he worded that weird.
Okay.
Whatever, man. Who are you taking?
Okay, can I speak on this? As a Calvin Ridley owner, I think Calvin Ridley's got something in the tank. I think he comes back FU mode. But
Yeah, he's got some in the tank. That man's car's been off for 2 years.
I'm prefacing this by saying that I'm a Calvin Ridley owner, so I am optimistic. I think realistically, it would have. Ridley's the talent. He's got to go to the Patriots.
Christian Kirk, dude.
But it's got to be Kirk. He got paid the bag. He's the one. He got paid to be the one. It's Kirk. I want to say Ridley though. Bad.
It's not Ridley.
It's
I
Christian
want to
Kirk.
say Ridley. That's a risk.
It's a major risk.
Fade DJ Chark. You can go ahead and just crumple him up and throw him in the trash.
Yeah, dude. You don't want Chark.
Man, why do you have to go? People are killing me with these 2024s, man.
He wants to get younger. He's in a rebuild. Christian Kirk, in my opinion, is absolutely the answer.
Yeah.
They paid him the bag. He's the one. He's with a young, developing, number one overall pick quarterback in Trevor Lawrence, who has yet to reach his potential. He's only had one not so good year with Urban Meyer. So
He's a great organization.
let's just throw that out, though. Let's just throw that out. Come on now. Calvin Ridley is going to be 2 years removed from football, and he's going to come back. He's going to be 29 years old.
28, right?
Maybe 28, 29.
I think he's going to be 29 in the season.
29.
But here's my thing with Calvin Ridley.
Either
dude.
way, though.
Here's my thing with Calvin Ridley, and I'll let you continue with your point.
Please get a Pepsi AC.
Dude, it's just a little burp. I'm fine. It's just a little gassy. So Calvin Ridley, that offense got worse. They got Marcus Mariota throwing the ball.
He ain't gonna be in Atlanta, bro.
Desmond Ridder. Atlanta showed their hand. by drafting the number 1 overall wide receiver.
Yeah, he gone.
They got Kyle Pitts. It's just so, if he stays in Atlanta, he's not going to be what he was. But what team can he go to that you think he can be anything what he was before? Christian Kirk just got the bag to be that dude.
Yeah. Kirk's the logical answer there. I want it to be Ridley. He's the most talented by far on that list.
Yeah, but like he said, like I was going to say
Ring
before,
rust. Ring rust.
Ridley's going to come back and he's going to have a rookie quarterback essentially. If Desmond Ridder
He won't
keeps
be
the
that
job,
His contract expires.
all right, so then you have to hope that he goes
He's a
somewhere
free agent.
beneficial. Yeah, it's just too many unknowns. Calvin Ridley doesn't play football right now.
Yeah.
I understand you're in a rebuild, and it's probably Mike Evans is solid, and you're obviously trading him to somebody that's competing this year, and they need him. Try and get you a 2023 first, man.
Agree.
Don't go for the 2024 dart throw. If it's like if your mind is made up and you're fine with it, you just let me know between these three. Then I'll just give you the flat out answer: Christian Kirk. We all agree, but try and get you 2023 first.
I'm okay with the 2023 at the 10th pick in the 2023 draft.
Yes.
It's that deep.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter where he finishes.
Yeah, if you're just worried because that dude's a stud and he's probably gonna win the league and give you the 112, that's fine.
That's fine. I'm okay with that next year.
All right, moving onwards, we have one from Zedekiah Paget.
Hang on, signed it. Let's give him another chance on that one. I feel like
Zedekiah?
he
It was hard to
wasn't
listen
confident.
to.
He wasn't confident in how
Did
he
his
said
mic
it.
cut out? Maybe his mic cut out.
Here, hang on, read it in your head and then spit it out fluently. Let's hear it again.
Zedekiah
Bang!
Paget.
Did you hear that?
Wow.
It's way better.
Zedekiah.
Way better.
Wonderful.
He put a question mark at it at the beginning. Let's get exclamation points.
Zedekiah asks, in a 10-team PPR, would you rather have DK Metcalf or T. Higgins?
T. Higgins.
Snap call.
It's T. Higgins. I think T. Higgins has wide receiver 1 potential in that offense too.
Wayne?
I hate that I have to agree.
It's T. Higgins.
DK Metcalf's situation got far worse. Far worse.
Where would he have to go to put you above T. Higgins?
A
Chiefs, Packers?
lot of different places.
Okay.
I just hate Seattle's offense. I hate Drew Lock. Dude, why do I keep going through like
Squeaking.
Let me give you a scenario, okay? Let me give you a team, and you tell me if you take DK Metcalf over
Yes.
T. Higgins if he's on this team.
I would.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Colts.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
With Pittman there?
Yeah.
What about you? Tennessee Colts, do you take Metcalf over T. Higgins?
Nah. I don't do that.
But you've been fading DK Metcalf from the jump.
I mean, when we're talking about T. Higgins versus DK Metcalf, T. Higgins is tied to Joe Burrow for the next 3 years or so. If he goes to the Colts, Matt Ryan is probably done after this year, right? He's 37, 38.
Hang on. Let me not confuse this. Zedekiah. I'm taking T. Higgins as is. Right now. The way the situations and the rosters are currently, I'm taking T. Higgins.
That's an answer. We're just playing hypotheticals.
Yeah, I wanted to give him a black and white answer, and then go into the hypotheticals. That I'm going currently the current roster makeup in the NFL now. I'm going T. Higgins. I agree with both of you.
Because there's a lot going on with DK right now, right?
Yeah.
In the offseason. He's not going to be in Seattle, I don't think.
I think he is this year.
Why pay him? Why? They're clearly punting for a draft pick.
Because he's still young.
And they need fans. Who else are the fans going to root for?
Kenneth Walker.
Exciting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he's. Who else are they paying? They got the money.
Nobody.
They
They
cut
got the
Bobby.
money. DK Metcalf is still young. Like they can
cut Bobby.
they can
Bobby
keep-
Wagner was a big moneymaker there. He's gone.
they can keep DK Metcalf for another 8 productive years, and it's
They
fine.
won't. They won't. He's gone.
I mean, productive. That's.
What if he goes to Cleveland? Cleveland? That's a pretty good spot.
I love it.
That'd be great, depending on if Deshaun Watson ever plays again.
Do you take DK right now if he signs with Cleveland tomorrow over T. Higgins?
Yeah.
Yes?
Here's my. Okay, let me.
Probably would.
Can I give you a hypothetical?
Yeah.
If DK Metcalf and T. Higgins swap teams, who do you like?
DK Metcalf? What?
Straight up, who's the better receiver?
DK Metcalf.
DK Metcalf.
So you just got to say if he goes into a better team, it doesn't even have to be as good because we all agree that DK Metcalf is the better receiver. So if he just goes to a slightly better team, slightly worse situation than T. Higgins, we're going with the better receiver, right?
He does have the talent over T. Higgins.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So he doesn't need to be in as good of a situation as T. Higgins is in. He's just got to be not in a dumpster fire of Seattle.
T. Higgins got continuity. He's never getting the cornerback one because Chase is going to get that. He's going to be going against quarterback twos, a lot of single coverage. And he's comfortable with Burrow, man. It's the system. They're not that core is intact. He said for 3 years, right?
Dude, I can't wait to hear this played back because you've had the mic here the whole time and you've just been doing this.
Sorry,
boys. T. Higgins was the unanimous pick.
T. Higgins.
Zedekiah. Thank you, sir. Stephen Molina asks, pick a side, 16-team, half-point PPR.
My God.
A whole lot of teams.
It's a little hard to come by.
Yes, very hard to come by. Devonta Adams or DJ Moore and Allen Robinson. I already know where Wayne's going.
Well, did it give you scoring details?
Half-point PPR.
Is it a dynasty?
It is.
Oh, easy money. Regardless
DJ
of
Moore, Allen Robinson, right?
Regardless of my love of DJ Moore, that's easy money.
Just so fast, my friend.
No,
Are we
hang
sure
on.
about that?
Hang on, just look at it. Let's look at the points that DJ Moore. It's a 16 team.
Doesn't score touchdowns, by the way.
It's a 16
for a year. That's what you're getting.
It's a 16 team.
Right.
Which means if you can shore up two positions with solid players, go ahead and shore them up.
Well, I can't argue with that. Adams is certainly better than those 2.5-point PPR.
Yeah, but that's not the question.
But
you
I
have
see what
limited
you're saying. That's a
depth.
good point.
If you have Devonta Adams or
He's a touchdown maniac.
if you have would you take Levante Adams or and
Who's Levante Adams? What
Levante
team does he
David and
play for?
Levante Adams had a love child? Made it Levante Adams?
I'm mixed.
He must be a rookie.
He must
Levante
be.
Adams.
Yeah.
Rookie. Out of Florida State.
Sleeper.
I'm going to take my licks here, Mad Mob. I'll give him a couple seconds to get it in.
Has this guy ever done this before?
All right, let's hear it, bro.
Okay. I deserve it. You're going to laugh when you realize who I've mixed him up with. Would you rather have DJ Moore and Allen Robinson in your starting lineup?
I feel like he's going to say Latavius Murray. That's the name that popped into my head.
Or Devonta Adams and Laviska Shenault? You got to
Not hard.
You got to think.
DJ Moore, Allen Robinson all
That
day.
required a strong
Come on now.
exhale.
I know. I see what you're saying. You guys are right. That's the right answer, but it's harder for me than I think it is for you guys. Just from a touchdown perspective, and half-point PPR touchdowns are everything. And who scores more touchdowns than Devonta from the wide receiver position?
I'll put a doink bet that DJ Moore combined with Allen Robinson score more touchdowns than Devonta Adams.
Spicy.
That would put that Allen Robinson would have to have like 8 touchdowns if you just put them on their average.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Do you think he gets 8?
I think he gets 8.
I love when Beckley makes a point and I just come back at him with a doink bet and it just absolutely refutes his.
You know why he's so down on him? Because he had him last year and he got burned. So he thinks Allen Robinson's not good for some reason.
He's in that bet category for me.
He drafted Devonta Adams in his
I like the Raiders
in last episode, so he's trying to defend it.
I don't think I can do it because I can't do the doink.
So dude, man, that answers your question. You take Allen Robinson, DJ Moore.
Yeah, take the depth on it. I mean, it's 16 teams.
I said it's the right answer. All right, I said it's the right answer,
It's
but I'm just thinking harder.
It's
about
easy
it than
money.
you guys
Allen
are.
Robinson, DJ Moore.
Get off my back.
Easy money.
Boys, Jason Bouquet.
Are we sure it's not Bouquet?
It's Bouquet.
He's really struggling with these names.
Yeah, man. Maybe you should just find.
These are potential Mad Mob supporters.
Maybe you should just find John Smiths if you can't figure out the name, man.
Wow.
Jason asks, would you trade Nick Chubb for Rashad White in a 2023 first? Did I pronounce that enough?
Yes, I would.
Did I do that?
Yes, I would.
Whoa.
Nick Chubb for Rashad White in a 2023 first.
Dynasty?
Yeah. Yes.
You can't trade first if you're not in a dynasty, bro. You don't.
Have you ever done this before, man?
Touche.
Yes, I like Rashad White.
That's just.
I do. I think he gets on the field as a rookie. And you're a Tampa guy. He's better. I think he's better than Gio Bernard.
He's not going to see the field this year. We signed Gio. We paid him.
Sure.
Leonard Fournette's going to be running it. Gio's going to be catching it. Rashad White's going to be sitting on the side.
I like it. I like Rashad White.
The only thing that's saving this is that 2023 draft class is spicy.
I do it. I'm not as high on Nick. I like Rashad White. He was good at Arizona State.
You lose. I mean, this goes without saying. You're a smart enough guy that you know this. You lose heavily this year. Part of it for me is where that draft pick is.
Yeah, guaranteed.
Because going with somebody like going from.
You have to assume it's a contender. Trading for
Why is
Nick
his
Chubb, right?
gastrointestinal tract just so riddled?
I don't know, man.
It's
funk
It's
tonight.
healthy. It's healthy.
Funk.
It's healthy. It's getting the bad stuff out of my system. It's healthy.
I've heard you belch into the mic at least 5 times today.
You haven't heard me belch into the mic. The only reason you've known is because I've turned away from the mic.
You've belched shortly outside the mic's radius.
boys, what are you doing here? Nick Chubb
I'm taking the trade.
Hey,
I'm not
hang on. Goni hates it when we get off track. I kind of love it. I kind of like getting off track on purpose because
That's fine, man.
gets over and
You're talking about
clenches his
Levante Adams over here. Let's go.
Let's get back on track, Goni. Grow up.
Goni, what do you do? Let's hear your thoughts.
I'm gonna keep Nick Chubb and I'm gonna look for something better. I don't like Rashad White being the piece that he gets. To me, it's you're getting 2 dart throws. I know the 2023 first it's a good class. Don't get me wrong. Everyone knows it. And Rashad White, you just don't know what he's going to do. And he's going to be, if he does get the role next year, there's going to be no Tom Brady. The offense is going to be anemic. It's going to be terrible. He's probably not going to be the workhorse. So give me someone with a higher chance of upside. Give me a Spiller. Give me a Cook, a James Cook. If you
like Spiller over Rashad White? Just because the quarterback?
Just the quarterback in the offense, yeah.
Rashad White's a better prospect.
That's understandable, but he's in a worse situation.
Okay. Boys.
Wow.
Don't take Rashad White. We're the kings of drafting third-round running backs and letting them die.
That is fact.
Literally happened last year.
That's facts.
Was the Duggernaut a third-round pick also? I know he went there to die. He had a good couple years.
The Duggernaut was the biggest waste of money. 5-year, $100 million contract, and had one good year.
Yeah.
Rashad White's going to be nothing for you. He's going to be absolutely nothing for you. Hold firm on Nick Chubb. You can 110% get better for Nick Chubb.
I like Rashad White. You'll see me draft him with the 112 this year if Damian Pierce is gone.
Fair enough. Frank I. Miller asks, who is your dynasty wide receiver 3? A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Adams, or Tyreek Hill? Who's your dynasty wide receiver 3? Like the wide receiver 3.
Say it one more time.
A.J. Brown, CeeDee Lamb, Devonta Adams, or Tyreek Hill?
Adams.
Dynasty, my guy.
The wide receiver 3.
Adams.
CeeDee Lamb.
I'm CeeDee Lamb as well.
Yeah, listen.
Dynasty.
Let's talk about CeeDee Lamb for a minute.
For some reason,
This episode might go 2 hours, and I'm okay with it dying on this hill right here.
For some reason, like when you say dynasty to Begley, like he just throws it out the window. He doesn't care.
Doesn't care.
Listen,
Doesn't
you're
care.
overvaluing age right
You're
now.
undervaluing age.
Devonta Adams is what, 28, 29? I mean, he's got 3-4 good years.
29 at least. Might be 30.
I put him
I
on
think
3
he'll be
years.
30 this year.
You say a 3-year window.
Okay.
Put him on 3 years.
Okay.
I think he's elite, right? You guys have him in the Hall of Fame, you said.
Yeah, with
Right.
Aaron Rodgers.
CeeDee Lamb, okay,
Hall
was
of
not
Famer
great
Aaron
last
Rodgers.
year.
Okay.
He was second in the league in drops. Yes, he's in line to get a lot of volume. Let's see what he does this year.
You hate volume.
I love volume.
He's in line to get a lot of volume, though, right?
I love volume.
So then my question
I write
for
love
you
notes
is,
to volume.
would you rather have CeeDee Lamb or Devonta Adams in 3? Who's going to have the better year in 3 years? CeeDee Lamb or Devonta Adams?
CeeDee Lamb he's the guy that always has a lot of hype, but never quite delivers on the hype. He hasn't yet.
He's
He
had
hasn't
hype
yet.
for 2 years, and he delivered one of those 2 years.
He didn't really.
and he was decent for the
He
second
didn't
year.
really deliver on the hype his rookie year. He really didn't. Look at his numbers.
Bro,
he definitely
do you
didn't
even
last
watch
year.
Cowboys games?
Hang on. Just hang on a second. You guys can talk. I'm going to look up where he
It's
finishes.
CeeDee Lamb for me for sure. AJ Brown doesn't play on as good of an offense. He's not tied to Dak Prescott. They don't throw the ball as much.
Well, A.J. Brown never played for Dak Prescott. He never played with Dak Prescott. They've never been on the same team.
You ever done this before?
Okay. What did I say? I said AJ.
You juxtapose about 3 of the players.
Well, what I'm saying is CeeDee Lamb
Never done this before.
is the better prospect to have as the wide receiver 3.
In a dynasty, yes.
In a dynasty, yeah.
He's wide receiver 22 and wide receiver 19. He was hyped to be a wide receiver 1, right?
Okay.
Listen, the way the offense threw the ball last year, there was plenty of volume to go around for him to be wide receiver 1.
Hey,
Couldn't cut it.
Does Amari Cooper and Cedric Wilson leaving behind 165
I'm not worried
targets
about
make him any
Cedric
better?
Wilson. Not worried about those, but he will get some of Amari's targets.
So with
But I think Dallas is less explosive.
with the
period this year.
WR1 leaving behind over 100 targets this year, and he finished a WR19, does that not leave a clear path to WR1?
There's a path. He'll underdeliver. I like Devonta better. I think Devonta definitely has a better 2-year stretch.
C.D. Wilson.
I think he starts tailoring in the 3rd.
C.D. Wilson is my answer. It's not difficult.
Yeah, no, it's. I think Adams better.
CeeDee
For 2
Lamb
years.
as well. Josh Browell asks.
Oh my gosh, man!
You all
What's-
right, man?
What's Josh?
Mad Mob?
What a hater.
Mad Mob, when you message
Holy
us
crap.
on Facebook, can you put like how to pronounce your name in parentheses like they do in the
my
dictionary?
Gosh, put the
I-
phonetics in there.
These guys are absolutely hating.
Maybe he just had some
Now I-
indigestion. If it
Take
was
a
some,
Pepsid
if
AC,
it was some
bro.
indigestion, then I feel him.
you
Maybe
are
he was
plugging
just,
Pepsid AC.
maybe
today
he was just
crazy.
like kind of throwing up.
Yeah.
Maybe he threw up in his mouth
Sponsor
saying,
the
"Josh,
show.
bro."
Josh Browell asks in a 12-team Superflex PPR.
What's a better thing to supplement fantasy football people than Pepsid AC? I mean, a bunch of fat beer drinking, pizza eating slobs. Pepsid AC, Mad Mob.
I know.
Chicken wings as well. Don't forget those.
There's a guy somewhere that's driving, trying to dip his chicken wings in ranch right now.
Boys, would,
I hope he raises it in the rear view. Yep, that's me.
here. Would you accept this trade? He trades Michael Pittman and a 23 third, which will be the 301 or 302,
Doesn't matter.
and he will receive Jerry Jeudy, your boy, Beggs,
Uh-huh.
and a 23 second. Should be a 202 or 203.
This is a fair trade.
His other wide receivers are Lamb, DK, Godwin, Elijah Moore,
Wow.
Tony, John Mechie, Alec Pierce, and DJ Chark.
I wish I played in his league.
Do it.
Get those kind of receivers.
Do it. Michael Pittman, I think we all agree he's a back end WR1, right?
Yeah.
Like back end. Like
Michael Pittman, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he was the 11 or 12 for
I
sure.
think Jerry Jeudy, we had him as a mid to back WR2.
Correct.
2023, if you know it's going to be a 201, 202, that's still a good pick.
Yeah.
And you've got
I would do it.
You've got some stud receivers, my God. The way your roster's made up.
Yeah, dude. Why are you trading for a receiver? Flip him for a running back.
Maybe it's more about the pick.
The second
It could
round
be.
pick? The second round pick?
An early second round in the 2023 is fine.
Yeah, yeah, dude. I mean, Pittman has a better year this year. I think Judy's.
If you're
great in
watching
the
on
future.
YouTube, can we take a minute and just really look at the ham hocks on Beggs? He's
Hope you heard that through the mic.
He's riding all the way up, just showing off what
It's
peak male
some
performance
short
looks
shorts.
like.
I have a minute to be on the camera, boys. I'm gonna let it hang.
That's fine. That's
Let
fine.
it hang. You can see my belly button through my shirt and my ham hocks. I'm letting it hang, baby.
I'm telling. Hey, if you watched last episode, I had some serious side boob poking out.
Well,
Forgot to put my bra on before the episode.
Are we unanimous with Jerry Jeudy?
yeah, he take it.
Yeah.
It's easy for me. Michael
Just-
Pittman doesn't have. Matt Ryan might not be there next year,
Well,
right?
it's not necessarily that. I think Michael Pittman's going to be good. He's just got a stable of great receivers.
Yeah, agreed.
Just
Understandable.
get you a little bite of that 2023 and get younger.
Okay. You guys will probably appreciate how I pronounce the next one. It's nice and easy.
I
I'm sure
can't
they'll find a
wait.
way to hate
Please
on
be
it, though.
Chad.
His name is Guy Edward. Did I say that right? Any pronunciation issues?
There's like a little more pause between the first and last name, but yeah, sure, it's fine.
Cool, man. He wants to know how many
Godward.
firsts would you say?
Coolman.
Cool whip. How many firsts would you say Kyle Pitts is worth in a 1.75 tight end premium league?
A lot.
How many is that?
I would say no
Would you do
more than 3.
Yeah.
3. I would go up to 3.
Would you do them all in the same draft?
Yeah.
I'd squeeze them all into 2024 if I could. Sure.
Okay.
I would not do 3 2023 20.
You
3
got-
2023 ones.
Legit, I think you all agree with me here, hopefully. You've got a decade of solid performance out of the tight end position with Kyle Pitts.
He's a wide receiver playing
Literal
tight end.
decade.
Yes.
I'm always a firm believer in if you've got a young stud that you know is a stud and proven, forget the picks. Take the proven guys.
Always. We always do that.
Yes. Easy one. Next. Easy one.
Thanks, Guy.
Thanks, Guy.
Thanks, Gooey Edwards.
Zachary Lee. He just shipped off Mooney in a 12-team superflex.
Goni's upset.
That broke Goni's heart.
Goni's upset.
How did he do? He received Zamir White and Christian Watson for Darnell Mooney. I'm curious to see how you haters think he
He
did.
lost.
Well, hang on.
12-team superflex.
Dynasty?
Yes.
He lost.
No.
I hate Christian Watson with a burning passion. He lost.
Why?
Aaron Rodgers hates rookies.
He's going to be a rookie for 1 year. It's a dynasty.
That is how that works.
Josh Jacobs is an unrestricted free agent next year, and Zamir White's going to take in the number 1 role. So if you got next year, you got Christian Watson, and Aaron Rodgers magically doesn't hate him anymore because it's his second year in his Packers uniform, and Zamir White is now the number 1 in your beloved Raiders offense.
Christian Watson never caught more than 50 balls in a year in college at North Dakota State with Trey Lance throwing on the ball.
I didn't know that.
With Trey Lance throwing on the ball. He looks like Randy Moss. He plays like a Canadian football player. Hard pass for me. Give me Darnell Mooney as much as I hate Fields.
Breaking ground right here. He
Give
took
me-
a Bears player.
For Dynasty, give me the guy that's going to be a number 1 RB next year, and give me a guy that's going to be number 2. You don't think he's going to be number 1 next year?
He might be, but
He tore his
it's a
ACL
maybe.
twice in college.
It's a maybe. For Zamir White,
I don't think it's a maybe.
give me the guy who's going to get 160 targets.
Yeah.
Guaranteed in the offense. Christian Watson, by the time he comes of age, as far as NFL goes, to be garnering any targets, Aaron Rodgers, MVP Aaron Rodgers, is probably going to be on his way out.
I take my answer is Zamir and Christian Watson.
Okay. Darnell Mooney from Beds
Darnell
and I.
Mooney, and it's not close.
It's not close at all.
You lost that trade, bro.
Any answer that Begley gives, his period is not even close.
It's not close, dude.
He could mull it over for a week, and he'll finally come up with an answer and spit it out. It's not even close.
Boys, this one is kind of a deeper question. I like these every once in a while here. It's from Ronnie
It's a
Pompeo.
little cutie to get through this one, or should we take a break?
I guarantee you, whatever my answer is, it's not even going to be close.
Not even a little?
Nah.
Well, let's find out.
You're going to have to repeat the question to me for sure, though.
I have to say it first. Ronnie Pompeo asks.
Can you set up a Facebook account?
He's trying to round out the end of his bench.
All right, Mr. Pompeo.
He has Romeo Dobbs and Josh Palmer to choose from.
Romeo Dobbs?
Yes.
Okay.
So
I've never thought I'd ever hear that name.
he has Dobbs,
Okay.
but Palmer has been sitting on waivers for a while. Both are attached to great quarterbacks, but Herbert's younger. Who do you like? 12-team PPR.
I like Palmer. You guys drafted Palmer.
Yeah, I take Palmer all day.
It's not even, it's not even close.
I know they're both attached. Palmer, though, looks like he's got the upside. He looks
yeah.
good already.
Dobbs is like
Yeah,
the
we
guy.
got him.
Like,
We
he's
picked him
like the
up,
hot
so.
guy right now. You know what I mean? He's a hot name. I like Palmer.
I agree. It's not even close.
This next one is from. This next one is from Corey Vandersweep.
I'm weak.
Corey
We
Vandersweep.
could spell it. There's no way we could spell it off his pronunciation.
Bro, there's a Z in there. For sure. I nailed that one. For sure.
Hey,
Sorry,
we
Corey.
got some listeners in Brussels. Is this him?
Maybe. I don't know.
Gob just pooped on his family crest. If so, sorry, bro.
Vandersweep.
It's Vandersweep. Dude, just try, as you were saying, like the end of that name, just move your mic slowly away from your faces. And then you don't botch it, and it's fine.
There you go.
12-team Superflex. Would you take the 101 and Mike Williams or the 103 and A.J. Brown?
101 Mike Williams, not even close. Like, real talk, it's not even close.
Snap call.
It's not even close. Like, I'm not even making fun of you there. It's not even close.
Superflex.
Dynasty.
Yeah.
There's picks.
We're all dynasty, bro. Yeah, there's picks.
That's the joke, morons. Yeah, I take Mike Williams in the 1 for sure.
That's an easy one for
That
me
is
as well.
I'd take Mike Williams in the 103 over A.J. Brown in the 101.
Yeah, I would too. A lot of A.J. Brown questions, man. People are a little nervous.
Just don't know.
don't know
Jalen
how to
Hurts,
evaluate
Mad Mob, Jalen Hurts is not good at tossing the pigskin.
Horrible at passing the ball.
It's more of an age thing, I guess, if you want to choose A.J. Brown, but I don't trust in him, right? Same thing, and he gets hurt also. Mike Williams has been injury prone somewhat over the last couple of years.
You've got a lot of cons with A.J. Brown. I feel like you have more cons with A.J. Brown.
Take the quarterback.
You have the injury, the age, the quarterback. Like, there's too many cons with A.J. Brown to really even fall in love with him.
Tons of cons.
Not even close.
This is between two guys that I love here. There's three in here. Jacob Nelson asks, in a 12-team startup, do you take Mike Williams, Cortland Sutton, or Christian Watson?
Mike Williams, right? I think we can take Christian Watson out of it. If it's between these three at the same point in time, I don't think we're all high enough on Christian Watson, so it's pretty much down to Cortland Sutton and Mike Williams. Here's my thing with him.
That's kind of tough. Because Cortland Sutton's got like a couple years younger than Mike Williams.
Yeah.
I agree, but my thing is Jerry Jeudy's also like the same age as Cortland Sutton. He's always going to be second fiddle. You got to think Keenan Allen's only got like one more year in him, right?
That's why I like Judy's
Probably.
a baby. He's only like 22, 23.
Judy is.
Yeah, he's a baby.
So
Sutton's 26.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's always going to have competition.
Always. But so is Mike with Keenan, right? Yeah.
No, I think Keenan Allen's got one more year in him.
That's it? Okay.
I had him ranked. I had Keenan Allen behind Mike Williams. I think this is the year where Mike Williams takes the jump, and I said Keenan Allen possibly sees the decline.
I think Mike Williams is that dude second half of this year, moving on to the next 2 years.
I'm Mike Williams also.
But is it close?
Yeah, for me it is.
I'm not joking. I guess
for me it really is,
It's close. Christian Watson aside, it's close between the other two.
I probably take Mike. I feel like there's more of a passing pie there. Because Denver's still going to run.
For sure.
More
And
so
you just got to think,
San
like,
Diego.
there is no light at the end of the tunnel for Cortland Sutton. He's always going to have Jerry Jeudy there siphoning.
Yeah, I agree.
This one is from Chris Allman. Boys, in a startup, do you feel it's necessary? Would you rather have one draft with the rookies included or two drafts separately, veterans and rookies?
Didn't we do this before? Didn't we have the same issue?
It might have been for the league that I was starting this year.
I think we did.
Took a vote.
I think we did vets, then rookies separate, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I like it.
I like it
that.
together, personally.
Together?
I don't think
One
I
draft?
skipped the vote, yeah. Why not? What's the point of separating them? What's the plus of?
I don't know. Some people, just the thrill of the draft in general. I like a couple different little caveats on the two draft. One I tried to incorporate being...
Oh, are you going to say what I think you're going to say?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, listen to this, Mad Mob. Goni's one of my favorite people in terms of like figuring little shenanigans to make things better. Listen to what he's about to say, and you need to. I hate it because the league we're in, it got voted down, but I loved it. So if your group of friends like enjoy little caveats and little things to make things interesting, just listen to what Goni's about to tell you because it's. I wish we would have done it.
So some people like to do the draft as you have your veteran draft, you get your order, and then in the rookie draft, they will just do the reverse order of that. Some people will randomize your rookie drafts just like you did on the veteran. The caveat, which I find a little more interesting, is a kicker placeholder, meaning that in the veteran draft, whoever the first player is to draft a kicker, you'll get the 101, the 201, the 301, so on and so
In this
forth.
league?
Yeah, you voted against it.
Yes, you
because
did.
you're a
I
sissy.
voted against
You
it.
voted with the crowd, man.
It was an accident.
Yep.
I
You were a
love that
follower
idea.
on that one.
I was.
We were trying to blaze a new trail, and you said no.
Sheep.
It was overwhelming. I wasn't the deciding
Sheep.
vote, right?
Yeah.
Because I love that idea.
No, because there was three total. There was three total.
Yeah.
You had reverse of veteran, you had randomize it, and you had kicker placeholder. You're a sheep.
I certainly hope. Wait, it was purely accidental.
Kicker placeholder, though. It sounds like a lot of fun. You go ahead, say, which you can strategize even for, say, Breece Hall is the 101. You could take a kicker in the 6th round or the 7th round and lock up that 101 pick, and you have Breece Hall. So, obviously, wherever you draft your kicker in order, so say I was to choose a kicker before anyone else, I would have the first overall pick in the rookie draft. Say Beggs was the next one to draft the kicker. He'd have all the number 2 picks, and so on and so forth. Give it a try, guys. It's a lot of fun, and it adds an element of strategy.
It really does, because it's like now you're thinking like maybe I'll take Justin Tucker in the 2nd or 3rd so I can get Breece Hall.
Yeah.
You would draft a kicker where you would normally draft Breece Hall, right? Essentially is what you're doing.
A little bit earlier because you get the best kicker. And I know kickers are kickers, but like Justin Tucker's also that dude. He's going to get you more points than.
And it also changes up the draft board because you might thinking you're going to get sniped by someone, and then they go ahead and pick a kicker on their strategy, so that guy falls to you. And it just has it's a cool domino effect with a lot of moving parts to it.
I think the issue was like there's like Goni said, there's a lot of moving parts. Begley's not known for his drafting prowess, so he's probably just nervous to shake things up a bit.
You saw the team I drafted.
I know.
Well, but back to my question: why not draft them together? Because you can put Breece Hall on the spectrum. It's not like it's boring, right? Normally your 1 through 7 in rookie drafts are pretty chalk. 1 through 12.
The only reason I wouldn't do that is if you were doing like reverse order, like you don't want to completely shaft a dude. Like if you want to throw somebody a bone and like the 1-1 in the veteran is now the 1-12 in the rookie.
Yeah, he gets the worst of both worlds there, right? The 1-1 sucks, right?
Yeah, but see, I'd rather have that than what got voted for our league, which was random orders on both.
Yeah. So you could have the 1.
That's just a
1-1
crapshoot.
and the 1-1.
Yeah.
Who voted for that?
You sheep.
You did, man.
It was purely nice. Can you rescind my vote, Commish?
No. No, I can't. It's already been in place.
Well, there we go.
Picks have been made.
I hope you get the 112 both drafts, sir.
I have the 110, I believe, and I have an additional first-round pick and an additional third-round pick.
I think sorry, I didn't mean to caress your knee ever so slightly there. I think I have the 112, don't I?
He does. He does have the 112.
In the rookie?
No, in the veteran draft. I don't know where he's at in the rookie.
Probably the 112. Hey, Mad Mob, I love playing from behind.
Wow.
Man.
Dude, I should open that app and look and see where I'm drafting.
Hey,
probably.
Mad Mob. Hey, remind me to tell the anti-clutch story. It'll be a nice sign off.
It's not that important.
It'll be a nice
We're
sign
going to run
off.
out of time. What's the next question?
Another question from
Penelope von Schweetz.
Von Schwibber. Another question from Jeremy Hance. It's a 12-team superflex, half PPR, 6-point passing touchdown league.
Half-point PPR, 6-point passing touchdown. That's weird.
Yep. Tua, Dallas Goedert, a 23 first and a 24 first, or Lamar Jackson.
Give me Tua.
Tua, Goddard, and the 2 picks.
Literally not even close. It's 6-point passing touchdowns, dude. Tua's going to be passing more than Lamar is. Tua's got Jalen Waddle, Mike Gesicki, and Tyreek Hill, and Lamar Jackson's got Mark Andrews.
Lamar is that dude, bro.
It's 6-point passing touch. Give me Tua, give me Dallas, give me that 2023 and 2024 first, and it's not even close.
I'm on board.
These questions in a vacuum are hard because you don't know who his other quarterback is.
Nope.
If he had another quarterback that he could lean on, then take Tua aside. If Lamar's his ace and he's rolling with, just Justin Fields.
Can I ask you a question, Goni? Because I don't want to ask you because you're trying to make a point. In a 6-point passing touchdown, is there a clear path for Tua to be a better fantasy quarterback than Lamar?
He'd have to have a major blow-up year, like a Josh Allen-esque 2 years ago.
How many passing
blow-up year.
touchdowns for him to be on par? I'm not saying blow Lamar out of the water. On par with Lamar.
30 plus.
Yeah, I was going to say off the top of my head 35.
Is that possible with Tyreek, Gesicki, and Jalen Waddle? How many touchdowns are you assuming? How many touchdowns does Tyreek get this year?
I put him on 6 to 8.
I was going to say at least 9.
I say 6 to 8.
Really?
Oh yeah, I mean I'm a little lower. I mean, it reflected my rankings.
6
to 8. Yeah, I mean,
There's
we don't know what Miami's going to be. It's sort of project Miami. They're going to run the ball. They're going to. They brought over the entire 49ers organizational coaching staff.
They threw the ball the 8th most times last year, though.
It's a totally new regime. You can't look at last year. You can't. It's hard to evaluate Miami. You can put him on whatever you want. Totally new coaching staff.
Okay, I understand that it's totally new coaching staff.
I think Tyreek and Jalen easily get 10 touchdowns.
You don't go out and get Tyreek Hill if you plan on not throwing the ball.
I think Gesicki gets a couple tutties. I think he can get every bit of 6 touchdowns.
You don't.
That's 26. Just
you don't go out and
players.
pay Tyreek Hill the $30+ million a year that he got either without throwing the ball.
I do think that they will throw the ball. I just think they will run more than what they did last year.
I think there's 25 touchdowns on that Dolphins offense between 3 players.
I just don't see a world where Tua is close to Lamar. Just don't see it.
The world is 6-point passing touchdowns. That's the world.
I probably try to move one of the first to a second. I'm sorry. Wait. I would go on the Lamar side here. I was trying to.
But he's also getting Dallas Goedert a 2023 first and a 2024 first.
I love it.
It's good capital.
I mean, how do you feel about Goddard? I mean, none of us love Goddard.
No, back end tight end one.
I think he's all right.
A starter.
He's all right. Yeah, I mean,
he's a starting tight end. He's going to start on your squad.
The 2023 one we love.
Yeah.
2024 we don't. It's hard to tell. You
dart
don't know.
throw.
You don't know what it is.
But it's a first round dart throw. Those are more accurate.
God.
If you believe
Lamar's
in Tua, bro, I think that this is a great trade. If you believe in Tua, dude, in our startup dynasty that you became a part of, this man right here for our team drafted Josh Allen in the 9th round. Mm-hmm. He proceeded to be the quarterback one. Mm-hmm. Came out last year, proceeded to be the quarterback one. Tua's got legs.
Tua don't have no fucking legs. Splice.
This guy.
That one got me riled up. When he said Tua had legs, I saw red immediately because that motherfucker ain't got no fucking legs.
I saw the twinkle in his eye.
He ain't got no fucking legs, dude.
Oh, God.
He has no legs.
He looks like... You ever see Chappelle's show?
Yeah, I've seen it, man.
the Prince one where he says the shirts versus the blouses.
Bro, hang on a second. I'm gonna pull up a stat on how little legs Tua's got.
So you're gonna start off by saying Tua ain't got no legs.
Yeah.
Boys, how far in are we? I'm almost out of questions. Unless you want me to pick up.
We're 40 minutes in.
Do you want me to pull up a couple more?
We're 40 minutes. How many questions do you have?
After
are they good
this, it's a quick one. Amon-Ra and Elijah Moore, which one? And then what's the value on James Robinson? Actually, 2 more.
I'll go to Reddit after you do that.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Hang on, no, I'm not ready.
Tua don't have no legs, man.
He's not going to have Josh Allen type legs.
No, he ran for 120 yards last year.
But I'm saying, I'm saying though, what was the main thing about Josh Allen in his first 2 years was he was horribly inaccurate.
Yeah.
And then he took the step. He became extremely accurate, and that helped his game overall. He's
quarterback one because of his legs.
Yeah, I agree.
Tua has no chance of getting into that realm because he doesn't run the ball.
But I'm saying, I understand that, but Lamar Jackson's not a quarterback one. Not the quarterback one, rather.
But Lamar has a much better chance of being quarterback one than Tua. Much better.
We'll see this year.
We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that Lamar is going to be.
But you're capping your upside for a couple first-round picks.
And Dallas Goedert.
I mean, come on. I mean,
I think Lamar at the end of the season, I think Lamar is within 3 positions of Tua.
Well, then in that case, you're snap calling the trade. I don't think that. I think there's at least 10 spots difference.
I had Lamar lower than everyone on our quarterback rankings. I had him at 11, so I'm fading him this year. I personally like the haul that he's getting.
Okay.
I hate the Begley flip flops, dude. He hates He hates the Ravens because Lamar doesn't have anybody to pass to.
I don't hate the Ravens. I said they're going to run the ball and play good defense. That's why I didn't have I had Mark Andrews as my number 2 quarterback instead of the 1. God forbid.
Okay, so Lamar Jackson's gonna not throw any touchdowns this year.
That's what I was going to say. So if Lamar runs for 1,000 yards and he passes for 2,000 yards and like 15 touchdowns, is that a QB1?
Tua has a better season if that's the case. Facts.
What kind of rushing touchdowns does he get?
8? I don't know. 8's really good for a quarterback. Like really, really good.
For Lamar, is that good? What's he do? Do you know what he's done historically? I'm just curious.
I mean, not off the top of my head.
Lamar's going to throw for more than 2,000 yards.
I would hope so. You're in the NFL.
He's going to throw for more than 2,000 yards.
Here's the deal.
You're lowballing him.
How many passing touchdowns do you think he has? Because you're on record saying he ain't passing for anything.
I'm on record as having Mark Andrews as my second tight end off the board.
How many passing touchdowns does Lamar Jackson have this year?
Historically, let me look at the numbers.
I don't
want to blind it. So he's had 6, 36. Take away his first year. 36, 26.
Take away his MVP year then.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, okay, so then 26. Because last year he got hurt. So he threw for 26 tutties.
Okay.
2 years ago.
He lost Hollywood. Who you have as potential WR1.
As the wide receiver
let's
13.
Let's say he throws 20 touchdowns on 2,500 yards. That's a very conservative estimate.
He throws what? What is it? One more time.
2,500 yards, 20 touchdowns. That's a very
not conservative. It's an accurate assessment.
It's very.
He's only thrown for 3,000 yards. Like what on his MVP season?
His MVP year.
But
so it's an accurate assessment. So I think if you lose Hollywood Brown and you say 2,520 is an accurate assessment of what he's going to do.
Bro,
I think Tua throws for 3,400 and 25 to 30 touchdowns and a 6-point passing. So if you're saying he gets 10 touchdowns on the ground, which is great for a quarterback, and 20 passing, and Tua gets 26, 27 passing, the touchdowns are canceled out, and it comes down to pure yardage. And I can tell you right now, Tua's definitely going to have more yardage passing.
Okay, so we'll say Tua hits 3,000 yards passing.
Then Tua's better. Tua's a better fantasy quarterback last year. Absolutely. We might have just.
He's going to break 3,000 yards for sure.
We might have, Mad Mob through discussion. We might have just found something out here.
No,
I'm snap calling that one. Doing Tua.
I'll do a doink. But we want to do a doink that Tua is not within 3 spots of Lamar next year?
Yeah,
done. Put in the ledger.
Man, you guys fight amongst yourselves.
Well, no, it's actually your job to decide.
Tua within 3 fantasy spots of Lamar.
Of a 6-point passing touchdown league.
That's important.
That is very important.
That's the key.
You're high on the Dolphins. I'm not. That's the difference here.
I'm high on 6-point passing touchdowns.
You're high on the Dolphins because if you're high on Tua, you're high on the Dolphins.
And I'm very low on any passing touchdowns aside from Mark Andrews in Baltimore.
I'm low on Tua. I'm low on his arm strength.
I'm low on passing touchdowns in Baltimore.
His arm strength.
His arm strength.
Yeah. I'm low on his arm strength.
I mean, he's got a good deep ball right now. They're talking about in camp.
He was the NFL's second most accurate deep ball quarterback last year. Tyreek's a different animal. Have you seen the meme going around, right, of the Dolphins training camp? They put out a video on their Twitter, and it was supposed to be a hype video, and it was to a severely underthrowing Tyreek Hill.
I mean,
there's adjustment that has to be made when you're throwing to the fastest player in the NFL. There is an adjustment that you have to make. That's what training camp is for.
You can't make your arm stronger. I mean, I guess you can.
Yeah,
you can get it out earlier.
He's also not used to having to lead somebody as much as he has to lead the fastest player in the NFL, who is now his receiver.
Johnny, what's your take?
When you're used to leading receivers this amount, and then all of a sudden you get the fastest player in the NFL on your team, you got to lead them more, and that takes time. That takes training camp.
I think he can do it. I put Lamar down at the QB 11. I think Tua can get to QB 14.
It's just it's a 6-point passing touchdown league.
Yep.
If it's a 4-point passing touchdown league, I'm snap calling Lamar all day, but it's not. It's a 6-point passing touchdown league.
I don't see it.
Not even close. This trade.
Put my money where my mouth is. I don't see it.
Fair enough. Boys, we got one more from Jacob Nelson. He wants to know, who are you choosing between the two? Amon-Ra St. Brown or Elijah Moore?
Amon-Ra. Next.
Beggs?
Amon-Ra.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Deep
Trust
thought.
Goff.
I trust Goff.
Well, when I'm evaluating my receivers, the most important aspect is their quarterback. I mean, he was decent with Zach Wilson. Elijah Moore was okay. He got hurt last year.
Jared Goff got a terrible rap. He's definitely not tier 1. Not tier 2. I'm trying to think if he's back in tier 2.
Not tier 3.
I think he's tier 3.
I think he's better than Zach Wilson. That's all that matters for me.
Boys, he might not have a job next year.
Okay, good. That's great for Amon-Ra.
Is it, though?
He's better than Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson is Justin Fields.
I can agree with that, but
I think that offense is better. I think the Lions are better.
on the other side of the coin, though, Elijah Moore is, I was going to say probably second fiddle to Garrett Wilson, but
What about Corey Davis?
Corey Davis don't scare me, honestly. I think Elijah Moore is going to be the top dog this year, and as Garrett Wilson develops, we'll have to see growth out of Zach Wilson, but I don't know. He's something that's there for the future.
Though, right?
What's that?
Dynasty.
Yeah.
Give me Amon-Ra.
Amon-Ra has proven he can handle a certain volume. We haven't seen him from Moore. So I gotta take
When
Amon-Ra.
everyone and their mother is hurt.
Sure, but he's proven he can do it.
Okay, but
That's
at the
skill.
same time, though, he now goes to probably further into the season once Jameson Williams gets healthy and acclimated to the NFL and everything. He probably goes to the fourth option on that team, right? Behind, I mean,
I don't know about that. I mean, because we putting Swift and Hawk above him. Then you putting Chark or Jameson above him. Which one?
Jameson, once the season gets
Why?
underway,
Why are you putting him above?
they
Why do you
spent a first-round pick on him.
Why do you put DJ Chark above him?
I said fourth.
What was
I didn't put
Amon-Ra's
DJ
draft
Chark there.
capital?
Sorry?
What was Amon-Ra's draft capital?
I think he was a third-rounder.
I mean, they're going to get Jameson involved, but at the expense of Amon-Ra, you think?
They paid for him to use him with a first-round pick.
This year.
Bro, it's going to take time. He's still coming back from the ACL and this and that. If we're looking at it from a dynasty perspective, I think I'd rather have Elijah Moore.
Definitely taking Amon-Ra.
Taking Amon-Ra, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Elijah Moore's going to have nothing but up and coming. The Jets are young. Offensively, defensively, I'm on record saying I think the Jets are going to be a decent team this year.
You did say that.
For the reasons you don't like Amon-Ra with Jameson Williams getting acclimated to the NFL and all this, like you got a lot of receivers, you got Breece Hall, you got Michael Carter, who they drafted last year.
Corey Davis.
I'm not worried about them getting targets, though.
Garrett Wilson. First round.
Garrett Wilson. Yeah, so what? That's it.
Jameson Williams.
I could counter that with, Jameson Williams. That's it. So what?
Jameson Williams and Amon-Ra are two different players. Jameson's he's a downfield guy.
See, all right, but if you're looking at it, Breece Hall will probably get some targets, but Zach Wilson doesn't really target the running backs as we've seen last year.
They did trade for Uzoma. No, trade or sign, I can't remember.
That doesn't scare me either. He didn't do
No, it
anything with the Bengals.
Okay.
He hyped him up by throwing what did he throw off his ankle brace? And that?
Yeah, something like
They had
that.
some pepper
But I'm
before the
saying
Super
he
Bowl,
has-
and he threw off his brace like, I'm back to play. And
Probably
everybody
caught
was
zero
like-
passes.
Everybody was like, who
cares?
Yay.
But yeah, Elijah Moore's only got Wilson and Corey Davis to compete with. Meanwhile, Amon-Ra's got Jameson Williams, DeAndre Swift, TJ Hawkinson,
You got to look at quarterbacks.
probably
dude.
DJ Chark.
Not all targets are the same. Do you like Zach Wilson? Do you like 20 extra Zach Wilson targets
Yeah.
compared to 20 less Jared Goff targets?
Yeah.
You're the king.
The quality of target is not, yeah. You must hate
That
volume,
matters.
bro. You must hate volume.
No, I love volume, but
The quality of target does
I don't
matter.
know. Gunn,
It
you're
matters, but when we're talking about a Zach Wilson, who I acknowledge is not very good,
He's horrendous.
Jared Goff is not that. He's not good. He's not
better.
that good.
He's better than Zach Wilson.
He's better than Zach Wilson. Are you saying he's not?
No, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm just saying that it's not that much of an upgrade.
If the
But it's an
Lions
upgrade.
if the Lions get above 500, which I think you called, right?
The,
They signed Jared Goff.
caveat that he just said, would I rather have 20 more targets from Zach Wilson? Yeah, I'd rather have 20 more targets.
Let's say 10. Let's say that number was a little high. Say 10.
Yeah, if I knew that at least 3 of those targets were going to Elijah Moore per game, 3 more targets per game, then yeah, give me Elijah Moore all day.
And you had the Lions above 500, right?
No, I did not. He took him.
You had them below 500.
I did.
I had him around 500.
If they get to 8-9, they re-sign Goff. Definitely.
If. That's a big if. Or they could also be sitting in the top 5 drafting a quarterback next year.
So I'm taking Amon-Ra. Begley, who you got?
Amon-Ra, bro.
Goni.
All right.
Give me the guy who's done it.
Steve Makovic. What's the value on James Robinson these days? Was he a victim to injury and Urban Meyer? And is everyone high on the return of ETN?
Yes, on all facets. I'm fading James Robinson this year. He definitely was a victim of injury. He definitely was a victim of Urban Meyer, but I mean ETN was also a victim. And I'm taking I know ETN isn't proven yet, but they got the draft capital in him. He's their guy for the future. I'm fading James Robinson.
ETN was a victim of having bad foot tendons, is Liz Frank.
His injury, yeah.
But Robinson got shafted because Carlos Hyde vultured some carries for some ungodly reason. Not sure why.
Yeah, I don't know. They brought him in. James Robinson's value was at its best when he was getting 100% of the snaps. It's hard not to have value when you're getting the ball every time. You're on the field for every play.
But he's good.
He's good for a guy who gets the ball 100% of the time out of the backfield.
It was good last year when he started getting some carries.
Meh.
He was.
It was meh.
It was average. It was good. It was good.
No, I wouldn't call him good. Never.
Wow.
I don't know. James Robinson.
And James Robinson, he went from really good to meh last year to even worse this upcoming year.
Plus, I mean, you hate guys that tear their Achilles.
Yeah. Well, I was going to get to my point after Wayne was done. I mean, he's a hard fade.
I think the best.
I hate it. Yeah. You don't come back from that.
I think the best you can hope for here, Steve, is that James Robinson gets the goal line work. Right, boys?
James Robinson, 7-9, 24-20, 21-19. Bye week. Got injured in Seattle. Came back 18-11-11. Got injured. Good. Really good last year.
That's fair.
That's good.
It's a good flex play.
That's better than man.
He ended.
That's much better than man.
He ended the season being very subpar.
Sure, but he was good for when he played.
He
Coming
also
off the
tore
coming
his
off the
Achilles.
He's done. He's cooked.
Coming off the bye week, he was very subpar.
So what I'm saying though is his ceiling, his best bet is probably being the first and second down back,
I hate him.
and or the goal line back. He'll probably be the goal line back over ETN.
I hate him.
But I'm saying that's probably the upside you're looking at. I mean, I just don't really love James Robinson. I don't think his value is great.
Fade
I don't
him.
like ETN that
Fade
much
him, my
either,
boy.
but
Fade him.
He's the guy. You got some time for some Reddit questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
Got a few good ones.
Let's hear him.
Rez FS, Vikings fan, Skull, 10 team, 2 quarterback. Antonio
Blair Walsh.
Gibson for DJ Moore. Are you doing it? Antonio Gibson for DJ Moore? That's a good-
Absolutely.
Yep. Give me the points.
He 100% will.
Give me the points.
Are you doing
Give me
it,
the
Donnie?
consistency. Give me the points.
Gibson for more?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
In a 10 team?
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Wow.
If it's a 10 team,
Because DJ Moore's
Still
probably
wild.
your flex in a 10 team.
and also the running back pool isn't so scarce in a 10 team.
Yeah. Give me the points. DJ Moore's going to consistently get more points than Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson is probably not your RB1 or 2 in a 10 team. Give me the points.
Probably depth for both. And we haven't even seen DJ Moore's ceiling yet.
We've seen his floor, and I'm happy with his floor.
His floor is good.
Yeah.
His floor is good. Is he the most underrated receiver in the NFL?
Yep.
Honestly.
Yep.
He might be. He very well might be. I mean, I'm trying to think of one right now.
I'm dying for DJ Moore to listen to this podcast.
I mean,
He's just going to hear me just loving on him episode after episode. I'm a surefire win for a signed jersey if he gets put onto this podcast in some way, shape, or form.
Absolutely.
I mean, I show love to DJ Moore every single episode, and I'm a Bucks fan. I'm a Buccaneers fan, and I show love for DJ Moore every episode.
He's been following DJ Moore since Pee Wee Football League.
You
really have.
You're a lock for a signed jersey, and he's a lock for a lewd act performed on himself. PG.
Wayne will oblige.
He's on lock for one request where that won't be brought to the
PG.
public.
All right. So, DJ Moore, Universal. Because I agree with you guys. It's DJ Moore. Steady mobbing. 12-team PPR, 1 quarterback. But with a caveat on this league, which is kind of cool. Bonus points for a long touchdown reception, 50-plus yards. Rewards, long bombs that go for touchdowns.
I like it.
He gives up A.J. Brown and a 2022 third, gets Tyreek and Stafford.
Snap call.
He's got Herbert.
Superflex?
No.
Yeah, well, yeah, snap call that because you can flip Stafford. You're
Not
obviously-
super flex, though.
You can flip Stafford.
But what are you going to get?
Or, honestly, you can flip Herbert afterwards for something
So
spicy.
Who's he giving up?
Giving up A.J. Brown in a third round 2022.
Yes, because
Getting Tyreek and Stafford.
Jalen Hurts is not going to have any 50-yard touchdowns. Tyreek's going to get 2 or 3.
Possibly.
This one's kind of tough for me.
I like Tyreek.
I'm taking that.
I feel like you can flip Matt Stafford for a first round next year.
I'm taking that for sure.
If you're in a league and somebody offers you and you need a quarterback, are you going to trade away a first round pick for Matt Stafford for a top 5 quarterback? If you're contending and you just need a steady quarterback,
Yeah, I mean, if that's all you're missing, sure.
I before you do that trade, take a gander through the rest of your league, see if there's a dude that needs a quarterback, and shut up, Goni.
Rope him in, the old rope-a-dope, 3-teamer.
Man, yeah, rope him in if you can. I'd try and flip Matt Stafford or, like Goni said, Justin Herbert, because I think they're both top 5. Try and flip those for a 2023 first, and then you just upgrade from A.J. Brown to Tyreek Hill. And you get a piece of that 2023 yummy goodness.
And both of them, Tyreek is just as capable of getting you those bonus points with the 50-point banger as anyone, as A.J. Brown.
Way more capable, in my opinion, than A.J. Brown getting him.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I probably agree. I think about it, but I would agree with that. Tyreek's explosive. All right.
Fast player in the NFL. I mean, A.J. Brown can say that.
Zoltan says 12-team, super flex. Tight end premium, 1.25 tight end premium. Not 1.5, 1.25 tight end premium. Giving up Waller and getting J.K. Dobbins.
Snap call. Give me J.K. Dobbins. In a dynasty, all day.
Tight end premium?
That's 1.25.
Yeah, that's low.
Dude, that's like that. An excellent tight end game is 6-7 receptions.
You guys love players who don't do it. You guys love players who haven't proven themselves.
Darren
yet.
Waller had a
Who's hurt?
Not a great year
Who's
last year.
hurt?
Okay.
Yeah,
J.K. Dobbins
he was a
has
disappointment.
never proven it, boys. He's an unknown commodity.
He was pretty good his rookie year.
He was good like for 4 games in his rookie year.
I don't know, man. He was pretty good.
No, for 4 games. It's confirmed.
Is it?
It's confirmed.
I don't think
You
it
got
is.
your phone right there.
All right.
He ended the year like on a 4-game stretch, which was good. It wasn't like out of this world good. James Robinson was better. Put it that way.
0.25 bonus isn't enough to make me love tight ends, especially Darren Waller, who fell off last year. I still think he's
hurt.
Okay. I mean, he still played if you're on the field.
But he didn't play. He was hurt.
How many games did he play last year? Look it up.
All right.
J.K. Dobbins had
Not that good, Gonnie. I can't wait for you to tell me I'm right.
8 13-plus point games in his rookie season.
Okay. That's not that great.
Finished the season strong. You want to know why he didn't do so hot in the beginning of the year?
He just said James Robinson was
He
good.
played
and
11
James
games
Robinson
last year.
only had – that's a lot of games.
Right.
Played 11.
And James Robinson only had like 4 games above 13 points.
Do you want to know why he did
Yes.
so well at the
Yes.
end of the year?
Good morning.
Would you want to know?
Look it up.
It's because his
Was
first 6
Ingram hurt?
games when he was getting acclimated to the NFL, he had 7 carries, 2, 1, 5, 1, 9.
I think Ingram got hurt or something.
in the beginning of the year that's when he was getting his first
No,
6
I think
games is when
Ingram
he
got hurt toward the back half of the year, which is when J.K. started playing more.
The point is, though, when the man got over 10 carries in a game,
Yeah, he was super efficient.
he was great. He had 6 yards a carry for the year.
Super efficient.
So
That's not going to continue. That right there, that's Hall of Fame resume. Off of your if you extrapolate that extrapolates to an instant Hall of Fame resume. 6 yards a carry.
6 yards a carry.
That's Hall of Famer.
Nick Chubb's been doing
He's
that
not
for like
that.
2 years.
Okay, but I'm not
He's a Hall of
saying
Famer.
he doesn't have to get 6 yards a carry.
Nick Chubb's Hall of Famer. Is Nick Chubb a Hall of Famer? Sorry to
No,
digress.
no, he's not.
I don't think so.
You don't think he is?
No.
2 more years consistency?
No.
Ooh. Not a consideration?
But anyways, Mad Mob, what
You
you saw.
Questioned us when we said Devonta Adams.
But you said right now put a gold jacket on.
No, I said when he's done.
No, you said
Roll the tape back. Go. Away.
I can't roll the tape back forward. The tape is.
anyway.
recording.
Okay, so you guys are taking the
Well,
Dolphins
hang on
side.
too, because I feel like you swallowed your tongue a little bit. Darren Waller played 11 games last
11
year,
games.
and
But-
he did not do good in hardly any of them.
I had him.
He didn't do good hardly any of them,
Terrible.
and it's a 1.2. It's a 0.25.
Yeah, he looked good after 19 targets in week 1, but then he just went downhill.
He technically played 11. He played a piece of the Dallas game.
Okay,
He went
let me
out.
hear those games.
26, 11, 10, 15, 8, 10, 16, 6, 18. Dallas game, bunch of blanks, and he finished with a 4 game against the Chargers. But he's only in the field 78% of snaps.
Let me take a gander at that.
But my
So-
point
so
being
I'm
in
looking-
a tight end premium, though.
Yeah, but
You're
let me
taking targets from him with Devonta Adams coming to town, are you not?
Yes.
and I'm looking at receptions
But they-
here, and aside from his week 1, that's the outlier, big time, right?
Dobbins also
Yeah.
still
He
practicing.
averaged about
It's a dynasty.
He averaged about 5 receptions a game.
Okay, so that gets you
1.25
1.25.
points.
Yeah,
I don't care about that.
Okay.
Give me J.K.
the
Dobbins.
premium's not high enough for it to be worth it.
If it was like a full point or like a 0.75, and he's guaranteeing you an extra 4, that could change a game. 1.25 is not doing nothing for you.
I'm going to still Gonyism and say for top 4, you keep Waller. Otherwise, you could trade Dobbins.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, and part of it, I mean, we don't know his roster situation. But in a vacuum, I'm taking J.K. Dobbins.
Same.
It's not even close.
It blew my mind
It's not
how
even
matter
close.
of fact that was.
It's not even close.
You guys must be pretty low on Waller.
young running back, man.
Not even close.
He's a young running back, and the premium's not high enough.
Half point PPR. Mikey Mojo needs help. Giving up the 104 and a 23 third. He gets Devonta Smith and a 23 second. I think this is pretty even. 104, I think, is projecting to be Traelin Burks, maybe Drake London, maybe Jameson
Jameson.
Williams. All 3 of those guys. Some of those guys are going to be there.
Say it again.
104 and a 23 third. He gets Devonta Smith and a 23 second. Half point PPR. Go and let you go first. Wayne's been going first.
Keeping the 104. Keeping the 104.
Why?
I like the upside of Jameson Williams or Drake London or Traelin Burks over Devonta Smith. I know Devonta Smith has the higher college accolades, but as we've mentioned numerous times, the Eagles throw the ball less than everyone else in the league.
And when they throw it, it's typically not quality.
It's not accurate.
It's not quality, and they brought in A.J. Brown. Devonta Smith's not even the one there.
I'd stick with Traelin.
This guy is going to be, whoever's picked at the 104, wide receiver wise, is going to be groomed to be the number 1 wide receiver on the team that they go to.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, the upside is just better. And it's not like you're trading for Devonta Smith isn't a stud or anything. So
And he's got a little, his pie got smaller in the offseason.
it was already tiny.
That and it's Jalen Hurts throwing you the ball, man. We don't love it.
No, Jalen Hurts and Justin Fields, 2
Give me
quarterbacks.
Ryan
we are
Tannehill,
avoiding.
which Traelin.
Has anybody ever said that on tape before?
Probably
Give me
not.
Ryan Tannehill. But
No, give me Ryan
That's the
Tannehill
Jalen
over
Hurts
Jalen Hurts.
effect. That's the Jalen Hurts effect right
And
there.
Traelin's gonna slide into that AJ Brown role. He's gonna be a stud. I'm assuming you're getting Traelin. I mean, if you get Drake London, you ain't mad about that either.
Yeah, that's an easy one. King Quad Dynasty. 12-team, super flex, tight end premium.
What's the premium?
It doesn't say. It doesn't matter. I don't know why he included that. McLaurin is the give, getting Claypool and CEH. McLaurin for Claypool, CEH, full point PPR. Well, you guys think about it. I'm keeping McLaurin. I think he eats a little more off Wentz. Wentz throws the ball downfield. He's not accurate, but he throws the ball downfield. McLaurin's never had that in Washington.
It's close. It's close, but I agree with you.
I think Wentz has the potential to be long term in Washington as well.
It's very hard for me to ever say keep the receiver and don't trade for the running back in a 12 team, especially in a super flex. He's getting 2 players. I'm fading Chase Claypool out of fantasy relevancy.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Not a
CEH, he's got like a 12-point ceiling.
Yeah.
I mean, give me Terry McScorin on that one, but it's close.
How bad do you feel if you had the number 1 pick a couple years ago and you took CEH over J.K. Dobbins, Jonathan Taylor? Because that's what it was. It went 1-2. Generally, CEH, they saw the opportunity with him going to Kansas City. A lot of guys love the opportunity.
Just
even
won
though
national
Jonathan Taylor-
championship, too, in LSU.
I know, but Jonathan Taylor was a stud coming out of Wisconsin.
But he was a 4-year college player, and those don't project very well usually.
Projected well now.
It worked out.
I thought you were talking about me for a little bit whenever we did our fantasy draft years ago. You remember that? It was a dynasty startup, and I remember I drafted CEH late in the first because I stay drafting late in the first. I never get first, second.
That is true. This man lives at the 12.
I got CEH, and like everybody was like, dang, great value for CEH. And like I walked out of that draft with my chest pumped out, and he proceeded to give me a solid 13 points every single game as my RB1.
Killer.
All right, we just got a few more. I really like this one. Mikey Mojo is making his return. I like this trade, actually. This is a good one to talk about. Half-point PPR. It's important. Half-point. Wayne. He's giving up McCaffrey in the 104.
2022?
That's a lot.
22?
I'm assuming. He's getting Devonta Smith, Eckler, and a 23-second. Wayne, I want to hear what you think. CMC in the 104, Devonta Smith, Eckler in a second in 2023.
Hold.
Hodorin? You're Hodorin.
I'm holding. CMC's the best fantasy running back when healthy. It's not even close.
Not even close.
No, Jonathan Taylor can take a back seat when CMC has healthy.
Agreed.
104 is a Traelin Burks, Drake London, who's going to be way better. We just talked about this. Going to be way better than what Devonta Smith is going to give you. And miss me with the second, third round dart throws.
That's easy. That's an easy one. Absolutely, CMC. He's younger than Austin Eckler is anyways.
He is.
I get you're like CMC gets hurt all the time. That's fine. Eck has gotten hurt every year, hasn't he? He just hasn't.
He's guaranteed to miss you 2 games at least.
He hasn't.
Game or
He
two.
just hasn't missed the chunks that CMC has missed. Give me the point. When CMC is on the field, the Panthers are good, and they
good.
do it on the back
He's a monster.
of a. Would you say CMC's floor is 20 points?
Yes.
Floor. If your floor is 20 points, I will risk whatever injury is coming my way.
He's easily the focal point of the offense.
And then
Yeah.
you get to keep Traelin Burks or Drake London.
Yeah.
I'd argue that. Can you guys think of off the top of your head any non-quarterback that is more vital to their team than CMC?
Chubb.
You think? I think Kareem Hunt can step right in and
well,
just.
Yeah, so I wanted to say Derrick Henry, and then I was like, wait a second. The Titans went to a first seed without Derrick Henry for most of the season. Think about that. Think about what King Henry is for the Titans, and he missed a lot of that season, and the Titans still went on for the number 1 seed in the AFC. Then you look at CMC, and the Panthers are what, 3-1 with CMC,
Yep.
and then can't win a game without him.
No. This is like literally out of every team in the league, CMC is probably the most valuable player that is a non-quarterback. He does it all.
That's fair. Half-point PPR. Giving up the 106 to get Jerry Jeudy. Going
Done.
that?
Done.
Wayne?
Give me the guys that have been in the NFL and you know they're going to produce for you.
Yeah, 100%.
106 is what? Garrett Wilson?
Probably.
Miss me with Garrett Wilson. Give me Jerry Jeudy, Russell Wilson, toss him in the ball.
Yeah. Red right hand, we're taking Jeudy.
Red right hand.
Yes.
I'm on that Peaky Blinders.
Do you guys know who the sun god is?
Amun Ra. Amun Ra's the sun god, bro.
Did he get you with that?
Trash Gamer, 824-981.
Oh, my gosh. Begley didn't know it.
I didn't know it. I missed it. We're on my head. I'm old.
Oh, man.
Sun god.
So this is your first time doing this, man?
If you're old, you should know that.
Sun god plus.
Hey, hang on. You know how I know who the
Sun god
who the sun
plus-
god is? You know, let me plug it real quick. Troy. They get on the beaches of Troy. Brad Pitt playing Achilles.
Oh, yeah.
Goes up there, slices the head off the god that they have on the temple there. It's a sun god, Amun Ra. You don't want to make Amun Ra mad. You remember that?
I don't.
Troy, you never watched Troy?
I did.
I
did.
Apparently, really.
You skipped that part.
Yeah.
No, I did. The only thing I remember about Troy, dude, I remember seeing Brad Pitt's butt cheeks.
Just perfectly chiseled, beautiful butt cheeks.
Chisel. I just remember those, and I don't know why that's what comes to mind.
I thought the first thing that would come to mind is his Achilles. He'll never run a football again.
No. Sun God plus a 23 first. Get DJ Moore and a 23 third.
Who is that? 23 first, and who else is he getting?
Sun God. No, he's giving up the Sun God and the 23-1. He's getting DJ Moore in a third. A 23 third.
Don't do it, man. 23 draft class is good.
That hurts him so bad to decline a trade with DJ Moore.
I just lost my signed jersey over this. Man, that's frustrating. DJ, let me try and get my signed jersey back. DJ Moore is better than Amun Ra, easily.
Agree.
But give me the points.
That's not a lock?
What's not a
I
lock?
thought you were waffling back and forth when he said that.
No.
Give me the points. DJ Moore plus whatever garbage can comes out of the third round, or Amun Ra and the stud that comes out of the first round. Give me the points.
I'm probably going to have to... I'm going to take DJ Moore on that one.
Wow. I don't.
I'd like
I'm
to
with
change
Wayne
my
on
answer.
this
Give me DJ Moore.
I'm with Wayne on that one, dude. I like the Sun God here. Why?
Why do I like DJ Moore?
Why do you like DJ Moore, bro?
I mean, we've already discussed Amun Ra and how he's moving down in the depth chart. His opportunities are going to decrease. DJ Moore's that dude. He just needs a quarterback that's going to do it, or just CMC to stay healthy. CMC stays healthy, the whole offense runs better. He might see more than 4 touchdowns for once in his life.
He might.
He might.
The 23-1, that doesn't hold you back at all?
It's still a dart throw.
It's a dart throw,
Bro, but
it's like me throwing the dart throw. It's not Begley throwing the dart.
It's still a dart throw.
in this draft class, though, you're probably going to hit.
Are all 12 guys in the first round going to hit?
It's going to be – so what makes the
In the
first round so
2023,
great-
it's possible.
What makes it so great is there's so many good quarterbacks coming out that some of the skill players, some of the really good skill players are going to fall toward the back end.
If you're not in a super flex, you're not drafting a quarterback until 10, 11, 12 probably.
Did I not tell you we were going to get Jalen Waddle last year?
Fair enough. You got me.
Mm.
You did. You got me.
So
There's always a scab in your league that you can depend on to pick somebody that shouldn't be picked where they're going to pick them.
That right there was literally the start of our championship season, was Jalen Waddle falling to us.
yeah, it was a joke.
I had to listen to Goni berate me for months pre-draft saying there's no way Jalen Waddle gets to the 109,
108.
108.
No, no, it was much closer than that.
No, it wasn't.
107.
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
It definitely was.
It wasn't.
There was 3 running
It
backs.
wasn't because I got
3
berated.
wide receivers.
It was Najee, Etienne, and who? Devonta.
Yeah.
Then Kyle Pitts, and
That's
then
4.
Chase, then Waddle. No, Trevor Lawrence went, and then Waddle. You're 7. Yeah, you guys
don't
didn't
know
do
if
that
we
good in
were
the league
7.
last year, bro.
No.
Hey, settle down. You guys sucked last year.
I don't
Settle
think
down.
so. No, Devonta Smith. You forgot Devonta Smith.
He went after Waddle.
No, he went right before us.
No, he went after you all.
Doink bet.
Ooh.
No doink. But he went
Because
after
you know,
you.
I know
We'll
for
look
a
it up.
fact. I know
No.
for a fact. Mattingly took him.
Yes,
At the
that's what it
107.
was. That's what it was because at the 107 we knew because Finch was taking Trevor Lawrence.
That's right. You
So
were
we
one
started
away.
to get happy.
Because I got Michael Carter at the 109.
And then you were like, well, Mattingly ain't going to do it. And I said, dude, trust.
yeah,
Trust.
108. Y'all ain't that good, bro. Chill.
And Jalen Waddle fell to
Jalen
us.
Waddle fell to 108.
I know, but the league sucks. The league sucks.
I mean, you lost, so hey.
I scored more
The league,
fantasy
the
points
league
than you guys
sucks.
did.
And in a league that sucks, you should win your championship like Gunny and I did.
I
You
scored
should.
more fantasy points than
That's what we
you guys
aim for, boys.
How much
The
did that
da-
pay out?
did. The Daily Grind said half-point PPR. Swift for Gibson in the 105. Swift
Nope.
for Gibson in the 105. I'm holding Swift.
Same.
Somebody give this man a reason.
For
To
Swift.
keep Swift?
Yeah.
Because he's way better than Antonio Gibson. And the 105 is who? Olave? Maybe?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, give me the points in the premium position. Young. Gonna
Okay.
get receiving work.
Talented. They want to run the ball.
And that he gets a lot of receiving work out of the backfield. Give me that guy.
Okay.
Don't give me the RBBC and the Carson Wentz-led Commander offense.
I think this one's kind of interesting.
Probably isn't.
SDS Boy, who is a prior member of the Mad Mob Q&A sessions.
Let's
SDS
go.
Boy.
Welcome back.
And I know we watched. So I appreciate the support, SDS Boy.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Thank you.
Tip of the cap. He's back. Waddle plus Komet or J.K. Dobbins plus Devonta Smith. Which side are you taking?
Easy.
Waddle, Komet, Dobbins, Devonta.
Waddle commit forever.
Hey, if you watched last episode when we did our Dynasty mock draft, my last pick, I love Komet. I feel like he's going to get a lot of volume this year.
Well, Komet had 90-plus targets last year, boys, with a rookie Justin Fields.
No, they were with a lot of the Andy Daltons. A lot of those were Andy Dalton targets.
He had 90-plus targets, man.
A lot of them were Andy Dalton. Justin Fields is atrocious.
It's Darnell Mooney, and then it's Cole Komet.
You
in the
don't like
pecking order.
Vilas? They're saying he's doing well in camp.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
We've got a lot
He's
of...
a rookie, man.
From what I've learned on this Q&A that we need to wrap up soon, honestly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that just don't know what to do with Devonta Smith or
And J.K. Dobbins.
how to they don't know where they need to rank Devonta Smith. And I'm just going to tell you in short, go check out our wide receiver 1 and 2 ranking episodes
Nice
and
plug.
you won't see him mentioned.
Nice plug. Nice plug.
Like that?
Nice plug.
I'm fading Devonta Smith this year. And it's not because of a lack of talent. It's a lack of passing pie. It's A.J. Brown going there as the new WR1. And it's an inaccurate Jalen Hurts. A lot of reasons to fade Devonta Smith this year.
I don't think either of those players on the second side were better than the players on the first.
I think Dobbins over Komet for me. Fields is awful. That is going
That's
to be
fine.
the worst passing offense in
Dude,
the NFL.
he's
That's fine.
he's a tight end, dude. He's not going to make Justin Fields pass downfield.
No, I
Hey,
know.
he's
I'm
a-
just
he's an
saying I'd rather
NF
have Dobbins and Komet.
He's an NFL. Well, yeah. I mean, if you're trading Cole Kmet for J.K. Dobbins straight up, yeah, but that's not the case.
No, but he said that he thought that Komet was better than Dobbins and Devonta.
I forgot Dobbins was there. Either side, what side are you taking?
I'm taking Waddle.
All right.
Waddle. All right, this is the last one, actual last one. A, because I like this guy's name, and B, because this is kind of a cool, unorthodox question. I Drink Piss says he's got he's got a 4th round pick. He's got a 2023 4th. He's got a belly full of urine, and he's ready to send it out.
Okay.
He's ready to ship it, boys. Would you rather keep it, ship it for Will Fuller, or ship it for Antonio Brown?
Will Fuller. Shipping for Will Fuller. 4th round, you're not doing anything. Will Fuller has shown that he can be
Where's he
elite.
at? Who does he play for? I don't even know.
plays for no one
He's undrafted. He's unsigned.
right now, yeah.
But he's more signable than Antonio Brown.
Way more signable.
Does Antonio Brown step foot on the field again?
No.
No.
So
He's too
ripping
old.
your jersey off is the
He even came out recently and said that he's
Well,
not coming back. Is that flatulence?
Oh man, yeah, I'm struggling today. My guts is a burgling today, boys. Antonio Brown doesn't play again. People are forgetting he's old. For as far as wide receivers go,
Plus, fourth rounder, you're not going to find anyone for a fourth rounder.
I can't focus because it smells so bad.
This guy.
Welcome to the in-person podcast where I just drop deuces all over the boys.
Luckily, I'm over here. But you can't. You're not going to draft anyone with the fourth round pick that's going to be of any value. So
No.
Will Fuller, when he last played, he was the wide receiver 4 with the Houston Texans before he went out on a suspension.
He killed it for FTID.
Crushed it. FTID, exactly. And he's only 27 years old. And I think he's still got upside. So for a fourth round pick, I'm definitely taking the shot on him.
Let me just play devil's advocate. In the fourth round last year, I got Diami Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Diami Brown was not a factor, but he started in, I think it was 11 Washington games last year.
Okay.
He was on the field a lot.
Okay. What do you do?
You can, nothing. But the point I'm trying to make is you can get guys who have a better chance than Will Fuller making an impact on the fantasy team.
Here's my thing.
Diami Brown started 11 games.
I get you're being devil's advocate,
Just
right?
been devil's advocate here.
So you're taking Will Fuller, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I don't have to be as aggressive.
Trust me, your farts were aggressive enough. Your words can't cut me any harder than that fart did.
You're not gonna. So a typical fourth rounder, if we just want to be honest with ourselves and feel free to
Cut candidates.
look in the past, they're sitting on your taxi squad all season, and then you're cutting them for next year's fourth round pick.
They may not even make the NFL roster, bro.
Yeah. So give me the guy that is a stud in the NFL when he plays. He just had some injury problems, some PED problems, all that good stuff. He's going to be on a team. He's young enough to be on a team. He's going to play. If your question is simply, I'm going to trade the fourth round pick for AB or FTID, Fuller till I die was what we dubbed 2 seasons ago. If you're definitely shipping off the fourth rounder for one of those, AB's not playing anymore. He's done.
He came out and said it. He came out and said it
Yeah,
that
but
he's not
it's
playing
nothing.
anymore.
I mean, he also came out and said he.
This guy. He's a little kid over here, man.
It's only because I know the mics aren't picking it up, but the reaction.
We're going to have to splice half this episode.
I know.
I'm keeping-
Luckily, he's the one doing
Because
it.
I'm keeping
he's putting poop right up my nostrils. Imagine trying to give deep analysis on a trade.
I
when
promise you, I'm not splicing a second of this out.
And all you smell are the most noxious of fumes that are fumigating and permeating my longest nostril hairs.
So this is what, the 12th episode, and we finally managed to do an in-person. All I've done is just
Like I can almost taste it. Dude.
Oh,
Like
God.
it's hitting my sinus,
On
ear,
my
nose,
tongue.
and throat.
all I've done is fill the room with methane.
He saved it all through all the podcasts. He saved it so we got together.
or that I knew I was going to get him in a room and I was just going to light it up.
Does Fuller or Calvin Ridley have a better from this point forward?
Will Fuller.
You think Will Fuller has more fantasy points?
Yes.
Stop it. That's a joke.
Will Fuller.
No. Come on. Seriously? Ridley
For the
comes
rest
back.
of his career?
Start from this point forward.
Yeah.
Who scores more fantasy points?
For the rest of their careers.
From this point forward, Goni.
For the rest of their
From this point
careers?
forward. Am I being obtuse? From this point forward, Fuller or Ridley? Who would you
Moose
rather
guava
have?
juice?
I'll say Fuller too,
That's crazy.
and I'll put a
Yeah.
dunk bet on it.
Will Fuller for sure.
I'll put a dunk bet
We'll
on
put
it.
a joint bet on that?
Yeah.
100%. Lock it in.
Let's go.
This is
I
gonna
got
be
it.
the- oh,
I got
no,
it.
he
I
snaked
got the
it
dunk
from
bet.
me.
Let's
In
go.
perpetuity, from this point forward, Calvin Ridley will have more fantasy points.
Boys, we'll figure it out in about 3 years or 4 years.
He will come back, and he will play in the NFL.
Yeah, but we're going for the rest of the career,
Will
right?
Fuller may not be signed this year, gentlemen. He could be done.
Guess what? He'll still play as many games as Calvin Ridley.
Will Fuller's like what, 26, and Calvin Ridley's like 29.
Dude, no. Will Fuller is not 26 years old.
27 maybe.
No.
27, I believe.
No. Let's Google it.
Google it.
He's out of the league. Will Fuller's out of the league.
Google it, and then Google Calvin Ridley's age, and Will Fuller can be out of the league this year, and it's still okay. But he's not going to.
Fuller's 27, going to turn 28.
Yeah, he's going to turn 28.
He's out of the league.
That's how ages work.
He's out of the league.
28 comes after 27.
Calvin Ridley, as soon as he allows himself to play, they're the same age. Oh, look at this. Jay Glazer reported that the Eagles were closing in on signing Calvin Ridley before he was suspended.
Does that excite
Huh.
you? Does that excite
It means
you?
teams want him. There's no almost deals reported for
They
Will
want
Fuller.
Calvin Ridley as their WR3.
The Browns were looking at him. That's false.
They want Calvin Ridley as
And then they were not interested.
they want Calvin Ridley as their WR3.
They wanted him before the A.J. Brown deal. It was him before A.J. Brown.
Well, then they went
That's the
ahead and got
report.
A.J. Brown, huh?
Because he got suspended, yeah. Calvin Ridley will absolutely play in the NFL again. I just won the most free of doink bets.
You didn't. You
Will
lost another
Fuller. The odds are likely that he will not be on an NFL field again.
one. Would you like to make another side doink bet?
No, I've already got one doink bet on. I don't make two.
That's what I thought.
I draft two running backs from the same team in the same draft. I don't make doink bets on the same player. Don't do it. That's what I
All right.
thought. It's a life policy I live by.
Sissy.
Calvin Ridley is going to come back and be an average NFL player for 5 years at least.
No.
5 years.
What?
He'll come back as a 28-year-old, but he's got the body of a 26-year-old in terms of NFL hits taken. 100%. Give me Calvin Ridley has triple the talent what Will Fuller has, bro. Triple.
No,
I
incorrect.
don't think he's ever put up a season like Will Fuller has.
The year after Julio left,
Yeah, I don't think he's ever reached up into the top tier, no?
he was wide receiver 1 that year.
A wide receiver 1 or the wide receiver 1?
A. He's never been the wide receiver one.
Never.
Will Fuller was what? Wide receiver 4 or 5 at one point?
Until he got hurt, yeah. Or until he left.
Until he got hurt. Well, if my grandma had wheels, she'd be a bike, buddy.
No, she wouldn't.
She could be a lot of different things if she had wheels. A
I
lot
mean,
of
my
things have
goodness.
wheels.
Until he got hurt. Listen to that. That kind of analysis we want to give our listeners, man. Calvin Ridley is a dog, and he's better than Will Fuller in every sense.
Wouldn't you want to know if a guy is good before an injury, though? And now he's faded super hard. A 4th-round pick is 100% worth it.
Yeah,
Will Fuller.
I agree with that.
Will Fuller.
Will Fuller. Yeah, so we got off on a tangent. All right, Wayne, let's sign off, bro.
Q&A number 3. We are done. It is 2 a.m.
Wow.
Eastern Standard Time. A lot of angry wives.
Angry.
Not a lot. Precisely 3. Yeah, hit us up on Twitter at MadFFPodcast. DM us your questions. These are our favorite, longest-running shows. They're soaring in the downloads. They're now our most listened to overall, which we love.
Yeah, it's our favorite type to do, probably, right?
Yep, it is. YouTube, Mad Fantasy Football Podcast. Remember, only 80%, only 12% of viewers are subscribed. So if you all don't mind, we would greatly appreciate it if you hit that sub button.
Please, guys.
We would appreciate it. Email us, madffpodcast@gmail.com. We are on Reddit. What's our Reddit user?
Mad_FF_podcast.
Yep, hit us up on that one. Again, all these questions get you shout-outs. We're still on the ground floor. We are coming up close to 1,000 downloads. We just started this probably 6 weeks ago, and we are getting up to close to 1,000 downloads already.
Yeah.
Still the ground floor.
It's awesome, man.
Gaining
Seriously.
traction, though.
I'm having a good
It's
time.
awesome. And, of the 1,000, I would say only about 50 of those are from our family and friends. I mean, seriously.
Unique IP addresses, so you can watch it as many times as you want. It's only going to count as one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yep.
that's
Yep.
cool, man. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Yeah. And we're not. I haven't been posting anything to Facebook or anything like that. I just think Goni posted it once, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they're authentic downloads. And that is cool.
See, it tells us where geographically are coming from, and only 50. I think 53 of our downloads are coming from our city. People, aka people we know.
Got some international jammies out there. Belgium, we appreciate you. Australia, we appreciate you.
I have one request. If you're going to ask us a question, please submit it into Facebook. And please,
Please.
give us the opportunity to let Goni pronounce your name on live
Especially
air.
Belgium and Australia people.
Yeah. If you're in
Please.
Belgium or Australia, do not give him a username that's easy. Give him your actual name, so we can just berate him
Please.
because that was hilarious.
Hilarious.
I had a good time. Goni struggles reading, and it was funny to watch him try.
I hope you guys enjoyed all the farts Wayne ripped today.
They didn't hear any of them. They just heard the laughter. I got the gain set.
I wasn't
to where I
laughing.
didn't have to. Just funny. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're watching on YouTube, I hope you enjoyed the front and center view of Begley's ham hocks that you got today. Again, we cannot understate it. We really appreciate y'all. We did not expect this podcast to be as successful as it's been, as fast as it's been. We knew we were going to dive in, both feet in. Is that good, man?
Yeah, man. That's really good.
I'm pouring my heart out to these people. Thank you
No,
for all
yeah,
their
I'm just-
support.
I'm
and you're
thirsty. I'm
chugging-
hydrating.
chugging
I'm
a
listening.
Sonic slushy.
I'm hydrating. We just talked for 2 hours. I'm hydrating.
Yeah, so seriously, we can't understate it. We greatly appreciate every last one of you. If you listen for 30 seconds or the full hour and a half, we really appreciate you. Mad FF Podcast, Twitter, Mad Fantasy Football Podcast, YouTube, madffpodcast@gmail.com, Mad_FF_podcast, Reddit. Find us. We appreciate y'all. Give us your questions. Give us a follow. Leave a comment, sub. Let us know if we're sucking. Let us know how we can do better. Let us know if we help you out. We appreciate y'all. Mad Mob, we're out.
Thank you guys.